Alright. So you guys have 10 minutes to do it. If you don't do it in 10 minutes, it'll turn into a 2-minute drill.
So what we ought to do, get the rainbow.
Hit the rainbow target until you spell rainbow. Then you shoot up that ramp.
Hey, I'll put 2 players with it.
4 players.
Thanks, Nick.
4. Yeah, you're going like that.
Sorry?
Sorry.
One player, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one player. You hit the rainbow target. It'll line that ramp. When you shoot up.
Honestly, guys, if I could tell you the nightmare I've had getting this working, all up, I would put about 15 hours into trying getting all these cameras set up. It's just been a USB nightmare.
Oh, there is actually. Don't they kick out?
They're meant to, but for some reason they're not.
Have you got a machine at all?
There's a setting, Ryan.
Lord Adams, what's that? Lord of the Rings, the Adams and...
Yeah, Nick, it can be very temperamental. This equipment just doesn't work all the time.
That was a hard fight to get, you know, so.
Alright guys, know what you're doing?
No. So anyway, we'll go and...
Let me say one more time. Hit the rainbow targets. When you do that, it'll light
Alright,
the ramp.
so this is start a munchkin mode, so they've got to hit the rainbow targets, and then...
around the house until you spell rainbow, and then the ball will go down there. That's the objective. Points don't matter, nothing. Just spell rainbow. If you light lock and you shoot there, it'll lock the ball instead of moving around the house. Alright? 3, 2, 1, go. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
Here we go. They should have read the rules by now.
Well, he just made him say, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so we've got Rob on the right, Wall on the left. So both have got... Well, Rob's got the difficult R target done, which is good. Just needs the W now. And Wall on the left needs the I target. Here we go, so... Yeah, so this is where you've got that whole bloody... You don't want your locks lit as well. So Rob has got it lit up the right. No, there he goes, he's out. You get 5 balls. There we go. So Wall's got it lit, and I don't think he's got a look lit. Here we go. So Wall 1. No, he's got to get it around that house. And there's a timer. You can see. I think you get. Yeah, he's gone. So he's gonna have to relight rainbow to get back up there. Rob up the middle. There we go. Here we go. 1. Nah.
Keep on going up there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's lost it.
The ball, you have to relight the ball again.
Oh, so I've got to do rainbow.
Yeah.
Game. It's still lit.
And again, I said before, I apologise for the blurriness of the cameras, but it was the best we could do.
Hey, Rich, you'll have to hit him
And you can see that
Oh, that's a lovely.
the left monitor cam, see it flicking? That's the best we could do. And that will freeze soon, and then I'll have to reset it. So Wong right now is a little bit more advanced. He's got 4 of the targets lit. So range, there we go. He's got the I. He just needs the O and the W, which are the easier of the shots. Oh, thanks, mate. It looks terrible here, but as long as you guys can see, I've sacrificed the picture quality for frame rate, so it should still be quite smooth. Okay, so Wall's got it lit up the middle, but he's also got a lock lit, so that's going to be... He'll have to get his locks done before he can then do the munchkin.
Will now be a 2-minute drill to set aside the legs.
get it, mate.
Okay, here we go. There's 1, 2,
Run out of time. That's why.
3.
Okay, close in position. 1 second, 1 sec.
That's it. He did it. So Rob got it on the right. Munchkin.
Okay.
Alright, I've done
3.
it.
Is that it?
2,
Okay.
1,
Go.
go.
Alright.
That's 1. So we got to.
So now you get to.
Oh, well, no, I don't have to actually. No, I don't have to. So I was about to start again.
No, just put that camera up there. Can you just turn it to the right, just so it's you need to see the machines and not the light. Yeah.
I get involved there, yeah, sorry.
I can't wait for you guys to be able to do one of these tournaments. They are so much fun.
That's the setting you want.
Yeah, you get to choose the second objective. You can choose the same one if you want. You can flip the machines if you want. Or you can choose.
There we go.
Drills.
I'm going to give you a big sport. I'll let you choose the machine and I'll choose the mode.
You don't have to.
No, you don't.
That'll do. That'll good.
Okay, and what,
We thought that would be a better view for you guys. We owe Stu Thornton a massive debt for being very tall to be able to do that.
Mate, you probably won't get the red thing. We can get that anyway. No. I had the rainbow lip on me.
All right, Ryan, what have we got? What are we doing?
same thing, rainbow again.
So they're doing the same one again. So this is
3,
rainbow and then Munchkin mode.
1.
Rob on the right, Wall on the left.
30 seconds to go,
Well, yeah, fair enough, Boxy, but there's pretty good explanations we've got on it.
Martin's come the line 2 days in a row.
So Wall's just going to get Toto to get back in the game.
I'll take it.
How long does it take to okay, yeah, you go.
And yeah, look, the screen on the left is frozen, I think. So I won't be able to fix that until this game's over. But I'll tell you what's happening anyway, just via the playfield. So here we go. Rob almost got it. There we go. Rob's got Munchkin.
Worked it out, mate. You got to work it out. Very good. Very good. That's my favourite shot. Very good. Alright. I must have walked.
You probably would, Boxy.
Yeah, you know what I did? When I held it up and
Actually, we have down in the way. The first one, these guys will go on. So
you know that or you didn't? No, I got up there once and then, once I had a bit, I got around there once. For that shot there, that mode, that's getting over the one. But the other modes, so they're both.
Not to the end.
Just not that particular mode, that's all.
Are they even on a ship yet?
No, I don't think so. I'll have to
That's
hang
one
out.
side of it.
Marty will want to scream.
I love
You'll be his best friend.
Nick, I believe this is the first heads up. I think the first one in the world was probably only about 3 weeks ago. Maybe a month ago. We reported on it on the podcast. I can't remember when it was. And Ryan and I were talking about it because we both knew that we had a Star Trek limited edition and we both had the same Wizard of Oz machine, so it made sense for us to put them together and do a heads up comp. I love the format.
Yeah, no, so what about when you are?
So is that round one done?
That's round 1 done.
Can I have the sheet?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Okay, so we had Richard Rhodes versus Scott Kellett, and Richard went through. Chris Kraft and Stu McLean were against each other, and Chris Kraft moved through. Shu Thornton played Ryan, and Ryan won 2 games to 1, so he's through. Eddie played Stacey, and Eddie won 2 to 1, so Eddie's through. Luke Marburg played Tim Friedman, and Luke won 2-0, so he's through. Anthony Whitby and Michael C. Anthony won 2-0, so he's through.
No, that's our man.
No, sorry, Michael won, so Michael's through. I played Andrew Heitman and I won 2-0, so I'm through. Rob Rader, he played against Waldicki and he won 2-0, so he's through. It is nasty quick, Nick, so it's brutal. Typically this format, the way they played previously is that they've had a qualifying round, which takes a lot longer. We've just used IFPA rankings and gone straight to it.
Everyone ready for the second round?
Are you updating match play? Okay, cool.
Sorry. Richard against Chris Kraft.
Yeah. In pinball, what do you reckon about that jacket, hey? Pretty
Ed,
sexy.
You're playing on Star Trek. Tails, you're playing on Wizard of Oz. Oh, well, no, I say heads, Star Trek, right? Heads. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that for sure involved in this next game.
Yeah, you just went like that, that's all right.
Alright. So it's still the same 5 objectives.
Gold medal.
Gold medal?
Which is what?
Alright, we're gonna have to wait for Luke.
In the modes, when you shoot enough shots, you'll get bronze medal, silver medal, gold medal, just by shooting enough shots in the mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to get a gold medal in...
Oh yeah, Nick, it is serious. And Eddie Stevens is here as well, so very top players are here. It's a very prestigious competition. But we had a 3.5 hour flip frenzy beforehand, which was chaos as usual. And then followed by this. So 16 people stayed behind. And they're ready for this. So
Stacey's coming to time it, and
we'll have the next round starting in a couple of minutes.
So they had to declare Australia. Did they draw it?
is Eddie?
Yeah. Well, that's stop Australia from being beaten. They're still unbeaten. Where are the views?
Yeah, pretty much ready.
Because it cut, they all dropped off, so they've got to refresh to log back on.
Get a gold medal.
But I can't see
No,
where it says
that's because of the partner when you get... He's unbeaten.
Oh, right.
The first ball of the day. First ball. I missed the opening.
Is there an easy mode?
I'm not allowed to tell you that. I'm not allowed to say what. Well, no, it depends.
What's the TGP like for this?
Really bad.
Yeah.
22% or something.
Yeah, it's 20%.
It's for fun.
It sounds so easy when you say it.
But it's all about the fun.
You're choosing the objective. Alright, are we ready to go, please?
But there's also some break. Okay, so we're going to go to Star Trek.
Or 2-minute drill.
What's the objective, Stace?
Made custom.
Get a gold medal.
Okay.
Got the Legos on.
Okay, we're going Star Trek. We've got Richard on the left and Chris Kraft on the right. RGR on the left. Yeah, he knows what to do. It's exactly what to do. Is do mission, start the away mission, and then just do your top lanes. That's it. You'll get your gold medal very quickly. I think Richard Rhodes came first. I can't remember. Ryan will tell me in a second. I came 5th. I was happy with that.
Can you press start on there? So 3, 2, 1 and then press start.
See, unfortunately, because Richard drained, when you do start the away missions, you drain your ball, the mode stops, that's it. So the fact that it's a high risk strategy to do that, to do the away mission, you get more points and it's more likely that you're going to get a gold medal as a result, but if you drain your ball, it's all done. should start his mission. At least Chris gets to continue this mission. Because he didn't do the away mission. So Chris actually got multiple starters, so this is going to be interesting because I don't think there's enough time left on that mode for him to be able to got a bronze medal.
2 seconds set again, can you?
No, you got to play to the end.
I choose start resting on the ball. I'm taking my machine.
So with this mode for Richard on the left, what is it, destroy the drill? The sub mode for that is the spinner. So once you do that, you just wail on the spinner. But he's now draining his game because he wants to go back to Prime Directive. Prime Directive really is, to get a gold medal, is the easiest way to do it. Just get one mode, one light right now, under the right flipper, like that. And now you've got the top lanes. So all you're now doing is just getting the ball up the top lanes. He's probably got silver medal already. He's got silver medal.
You want to fix it?
Here he goes. Gold medal. Richard got it. What about the second Klingon mode? 3 left ramp in a row. Are you talking about Klingon mode level 2? Because this is a speed run, you wouldn't want to go through one mode to get to the second one. Yeah. So because it is time, because you're racing against the clock, you would go. I reckon you would go that Prime Directive. Yeah, because you know what I mean. Like you've got to go through that mode. And also that Prime Directive submission, because it's the top lanes, it's really easy to do the right and the left orbit just to get it back up the top. So it's actually quite a safe mode. It's really the sweet spot, I think. So this is a 2-minute drill on the left. So they're being timed for 2 minutes. And it's the high score after 2 minutes. So I did the same thing, and Rich is doing it as well, where I would get that under the right flipper. There you go. And then top lanes. Because it's really good points at the top. But Chris is still hitting his blue shots, so he's doing alright. Let's see if we can see those scores. What's that, 5 mil on the left, 3 on the right. Yeah, so that just goes to show how much more lucrative that away mission is there. 1 minute to go. And there you go, and the gold medal is worth $1 million points as well. So I think this is going to be hard for Chris to catch Richard on this one. How do you like them dual colour DMDs, hey? Not bad, hey? Yeah, it really is good.
7, 5, 4.
Oh, that's a shame. He got Vengeance multi-ball.
Hands off machine. Whose machine is better at playing itself?
So Richard wins that comfortably.
Bam!
I can't read that from here, but that's...
I don't know where it's come from.
That's what I'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Fucking stressful.
It's either 15 or 18 mil. I can't work it out. It's a 9 mil. Yeah, they are LCDs. I prefer the LCD to the LED. Ryan, there is a setting that will release those balls. I don't know.
We're ending the balls, the games early anyway, so it wouldn't clear them unless
Yeah, fair enough.
end it quickly. Are you gonna choose the last one? Me and Michael.
Munchkin.
Michael C.
Yeah, not bad for 2 minutes at all, Nick.
People started first.
Mixed flippers. Mixed flippers. Not mixed, but no. One white, one there.
Who won with Richard and
Yeah,
Richard.
Richard? 2-0? 2-0? Yep. 2-0. Alright, we're still going. Luke, you're playing Michael on Star Trek. Ah, yeah. Okay.
We're doing extra ball after 4.
Are you timing, Stu? Oh, okay.
You're cool with this? Stu?
No, apparently Ryan's not doing match play updates because he's not like that.
So, which machine are you doing? Extra ball after 4. Alright.
So I'm going to set it up on Star Trek. What's the objective, Stu?
Extra ball after 4.
Okay, so this is 4 warps, extra ball. I'm going to be going for a break.
One the second one, you want the first one. 3, 2, 1. Someone press We're doing motion mode. 3, 2, 1.
Luke's come away with the win in the first round. Picked up his extra ball after struggling to make that warp ramp. So the next objective that they need to get in Star Trek is to get a gold medal in any particular mode.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking sensational. No one doesn't like that go suit.
This machine's way easier to do that on too.
Purest place I've ever tried. Wacky word.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean is ridiculous. It's the most complicated game
G'day Boxy, how you doing mate? Martin's just stepped out for a bit, I've taken over the chair. Awesome commentator duties. So Luke is actually playing, I believe it is Michael C. Not met him before, so it's a new player for me. How did I go to Savo? The flip frenzy was actually pretty good for a change for me. I ended up coming probably 7th, I think. Did sit at the top of the table for probably 10 minutes, but had a few late losses that knocked me down. So I think I ended up with 15 wins and 5 losses, maybe 7 losses.
He gets to go. He gets to choose first. Drill. Extra ball.
Alright. Extra ball it is.
As you can probably see on the screen, Martin and Rob are about to go heads up on Wizard of Oz.
Up there, and then it will change. So follow it. It will change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Once you get the
They've chosen get an extra ball after Yellow Brick Road.
It doesn't matter. As soon as you hit the scoop,
We'll probably swap to Wizard of Oz in a second.
switch the
Hey?
screen.
We're going to switch to Wizard of Oz so you can see me play.
So,
Just hold on a second.
Really need someone to watch.
Alright, so did he pick who goes first as well?
Well, you both
Michael C's come up with the win on Star Trek. He got his gold medal. So it is now 1-1 between Luke and Michael. About to switch over to Wizard of Oz.
2-minute drill as well.
And we're doing Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah, we'll.
Richard Rhodes won the frenzy. I think he was 17-2.
You.
So to mine,
What is it?
The yellow shots, yeah? So see how it's yellow there?
yeah.
Once you hit that, it goes to there. Once you hit that, it goes to there. You alternating shots.
So it's always lit, is it? One of them.
One of them is always lit. Okay? And then, yeah, once you get to 10, you see extra ball out there. 3, 2, 1, 1.
Luke and Michael have chosen a 2-minute drill on Star Trek. They'll be playing for 2 minutes to see who gets the highest score.
Announce when they get to like a minute, when they 30, so they know.
Kaylee, which machine were you referring to for the chosen goal, Star Trek or Wizard of Oz? Star Trek is a 2-minute drill, and Wizard of Oz is get 10 yellow brick roads to collect and make sure you collect an extra ball. So you'll be wanting to watch the yellow lights in the centre of the playfield. They'll get that to 10, which is up near the top of the playfield, and then it'll light extra ball in the wizard hole on the right hand side.
45 seconds. can you do it through
Halfway there.
Hey boss, can you do it through multi-ball as well?
Yeah.
So that one there is good, is it?
Yep.
That side.
Big numbers in the middle of the label, so yeah, very nice.
Oh, the other one, yeah, boss. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you smashed it. That is a massive score of 2 minutes. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Michael's come up with a
You're making fun of me.
massive 32 million in his 2 minutes against Luke's 11 million on Star Trek. Michael goes through to the next round. Martin has extra ball lit on the right hand side. And there it is, Martin for the win.
Very close. You're
I
on,
think I had 2.
9. You're on 9.
Oh,
So
yeah.
one more.
Oh,
Very
shit.
close. Good job.
Just got it.
Well done. Alright, so you get to choose, Rob, you get to choose the machine. And
And the mode as well?
And the
yeah,
motor.
that as well.
So we'll go the one that I did earlier. Well, I can't remember what it was.
Munchkin mode.
Munchkin mode. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay.
And I'll go.
That's the left
I'll go
screen, that's a frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 9, did I?
Yeah, you got 9. Yeah, one more to go and you have to shoot the scoop. You're got 1 for 2 long, Rob.
Oh,
Yeah, it's full, Marto, it's full of artifacts. It's always flashing. Okay. Yeah. Alright, in the second game of Wizard of Oz, they've switched machines. Martin's on the left hand side and Rob is on the right hand side. Rob's chosen Collector Munchkin mode, so they'll be trying to hit the rainbow targets. Then going up the centre ramp, looping around the house 10 times, however many times it is. Spell rainbow. And it will start Munchkin Frenzy. Now, I played both of these Wizard of Oz machines, and I consider the left-hand machine considerably harder than the right-hand machine. I don't know whether it's just the way that Ryan's got it set up, but the flipper staging is extremely difficult. Getting the top right-hand flipper to hit any skill shot, you almost need to hit it before you can see it coming out of the right orbit. I also found it very difficult to get up the centre ramp, and you can see Martin's having a couple of rejections there. Martin's got his house running. I find it really difficult to get the double loop on that house as well on the left-hand machine. But I think he's in a good position. And there it is. Martin for the win.
You're close, man. You had it lit in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Good job, there, man. Good job. Alright.
There we go.
Toto helped you out there, Martin.
Yeah. Wow.
He hit Toto, it locked his ball, and said
Yeah.
balling. And then he got it again, and then it was in the second mode. So he was like,
Oh, lucky I was on my fourth ball too.
No, I would have had it.
It's at the end of that round,
Well,
round of 8.
That's the round of 8.
So that's
four
it.
people go through.
That's the end of the round of 8. 4 people go through. I believe it is going to be Martin, Michael.
he got Toto. Yeah. Gave him the ball. He
Don't
hit
know
that
where the
back
score
first
sheet
up,
is. Daniel,
locked the ball,
can I have
and
that for a
ended
sec?
his ball. I ended his ball.
Yeah. I had it once.
You can watch the video.
Yeah, we got Richard Rhodes, Ryan C, Michael C, and Martin Robbins through to the round of 4. Richard will be playing Ryan, and Michael will be playing Martin.
He ended his ball.
And it my ball, yeah. It literally ripped me off.
And then he hit it, and it was ball 1 long. And he had 2 in there.
It's like this machine said, you're not winning, I'm not going to let you win, no matter what. I'm just literally going to take,
I didn't see it.
I am going to take away your ability to make it impossible for you to win. This machine. Simple as that.
He drained.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drained out here. He drained out Toto mode. The ball came back. It was rainbow. So he had rainbow lit.
It'll probably be another 5 minutes or so before the next round starts.
Which would give him the ball back.
I don't know if I've got anything exciting to say, so I'm just going to take a break for a minute.
He just put the
Back
ball
in 5.
and ended his ball. Then next ball he hit that ramp again, it locked his ball 1. So it didn't actually lock the ball, he just put it in here. So it cost him time. But it didn't stop him from getting that. If you hit the Toto mode and it saves, she goes, oh, thank you, Toto, and like, it does play like a 5-second animation. So, but it didn't even time out. He hit it, and it just locked it, and it ended the ball. It wasn't 0. It didn't get. You can look at you can watch the video back. It would have just been time. It was time that was the only cost there.
I don't really. It's like the ball just jumps
Replay or-
Well, no, I don't think. From one
Oh, thank you, the Lotto.
I'm going to take
It's a weird. I've not seen it.
Just waiting for the next round to start.
I wouldn't be happy if it happened to me, but I wouldn't necessarily expect to get.
Play the game again.
Why? What happened?
His machine kind of malfunctioned when
He had rainbow lit. He drained the ball on Toto. He gave him the ball back for Toto saying. He hit it first shot. It didn't give him his ball. It locked. It put the ball in the lock.
Yep.
Sat it there. Ended his ball. It did not give him his ball back. And then he got it. Next ball he got his ball. And he hit that shot and it gave him ball 1 lock. There was 2 balls in there.
Yeah, I'm happy to play it again.
Okay.
So we did
definitely
have.
cost him. Rob, play it again.
Sorry?
He's gonna play it again.
Well, that's up to you.
I'm just saying what happened.
You understand? Does he understand what happened? It's not your fault.
No, I don't think it was a malfunction either.
No, I don't want to play it. No, I refuse. He doesn't think it was a malfunction.
No, but I'm not bothered.
No, I don't accept it. No, he doesn't think it was a malfunction. I do, so you get the benefit. It's
Well,
alright.
I just know it was some weird things where it actually.
No,
if you've
I'm
got
not
a lot
gonna
of
play
it
it.
and you do Toto, it makes the ball.
But it ended the ball. But it definitely gave him a bonus. It gave him a bonus. You can look at the video.
Alright, I'm back. There's been some discussion about whether there is a malfunction on Rob's machine. I'm not going to go back to the video for a video replay, but unless we are. Did anybody clip it?
Did any get a clip of it?
What screen are you on? I just want to be able to see whether, if you hover over, was you just hover over it.
You wouldn't mean you slapped the ball.
Yeah, no, it's frozen again.
The X doesn't malfunction.
It does.
So there's going to be a replay for that last match.
Yep.
Straight away.
So then just.
Otherwise. Leave it from here.
I'm gonna count you down.
So apparently what's happened is Rob was playing and got it
Plunge.
up into the right-hand ramp, into the house, drained, got Toto, collected Toto, and it ended his ball. And therefore he had to start again, I believe. It was end of game. Apparently he should not have done that, and therefore it was determined that Rob had been disadvantaged and they're playing it again. So once again they're going for Munchkin mode, trying to get those rainbow targets and then up into the house. Martin is playing on the left and Rob is playing on the right.
Come on.
Martin taking advantage of that centre post. And there we go. House. 2, 3. One more to go. There it is.
Marty's got it anyway.
Martin backs it up. 2 in a row. Was there any doubt?
Alright, just call it what it's
No, that's fine.
That's
fun.
If it didn't do that in the video, you can decide as a retro gamer. No.
Always feels better to win twice.
Extra practice.
Basic thing.
That one here.
That's the original. Yeah. So this is what happens when it's drop, like in people's houses. It goes into the heat and they are the house.
It's not a site. It's still here.
This guy over here in the red check shirt.
Alright.
We've got like
Final 4.
fuck man. I'll give it a fuck.
Yep.
No.
16 games.
So you got Richard and you, Star Trek.
We are lined up for a head-to-head
Flipping,
pinball.
We are lined up.
Head final.
Alright, Richard, you wanna watch this?
Well, we know it.
Heads, Star Trek.
Yep.
Tails, Wizard of Oz, okay? Me and you.
We won the other one. This is me.
Tails, Wizard of Oz. Okay, that means you're playing Star Trek against...
I'd fight that coin if I was doing it.
Do you want to play one at a time for the final?
Yeah, and we'll
We have enough time. There's only like 4 matches left.
Yeah, okay.
We can do it at the same time.
Yeah. Alright, let's do that.
Okay, so me and you will play Was first.
So got Richard versus Ryan on Wizard of Oz
Okay,
in
wait,
the first
so there's final
game.
4, so...
We'll actually be streaming all games from this point forward, so
Okay,
we're only going to be
let's
playing
check it out, and then it's...
one pair at a time.
Hey, Richard.
Hello.
I need your phone when you show me that thing. I want to show Wally.
Oh, the getaway? Yeah, right.
You have to show Wally.
Is that it? I choose
Yeah.
those?
Choose one of these. So advance on the Olympic Road 20 times, play hard, crystal ball mode, rescue multi-ball, munchkin mode, or
Martin.
4-minute drill.
Camera.
I will do the 20 times yellow.
What's he doing?
20 times. I think it's
20 times.
So for those that are playing at home, you might notice that Ryan and Martin have ended up in different brackets. So there is a very big chance for a heads-up, head-to-head.
We're actually now in advanced modes.
I'll play this one, I guess.
Yeah? Okay. Someone want to do
And
the final?
now we're playing for advanced goals. The goals have changed. If you look in the middle of the screen, we've got advanced yellow brick road 20 times, start a crystal ball mode, start rescue multi-ball, start a munchkin mode, and a 4-minute drill. So it looks like only the first and the fifth are different.
Alright, everybody, we
So
ready?
he's chosen
Plunge in 3,
20
2,
Yep.
yellow
1.
road.
Plunge.
Who? Richard? Yep. Richard's chosen goal 1, which is advance yellow brick road 20 times. So we're wanting to watch those yellow lights up the middle of the playfield. The players will be alternating the right ramp and right orbit consecutively 20 times. Oh,
The left screen's frozen, it's going to stay frozen, so...
the left scoreboard's frozen. It's going to stay that way for a long time. I don't think we've tried to unplug it multiple times tonight. It doesn't seem to have any impact. So unfortunately, you'll just have to trust us. Not that it really makes much difference with these goals anyway, because you can see on the playfield where the progress is.
Oh, good times.
As it stands, I think Ryan's in Struggle Town. He's only just got his first brick. This might end up going for 10 minutes. For those that don't know, if the goal's not reached within a 10-minute period, then that goal is forfeit, and the game will be restarted as a 4-minute drill. Yep. Martin confirms it will be a 4-minute drill. For what? I need to do some Photoshop. So far this round's been pretty boring, with both players not even hardly getting to number 3.
So your first round or 16?
16.
Okay.
So you choose now?
Looks like I wasn't paying attention. Ryan has got his 20. I can't tell from the playfield anyway.
I'm pretty like sitting on when you said you had one, it was about 5 or 6.
How do you tell it's 20? Like on the back. Oh well, I can't see the screen.
Second time round.
Yeah, right.
I got most of them in multiple. I got like 15 in multiple.
Yeah, I actually forgot.
Alright, let's clear the game.
No, just
I'm choosing.
Ran that 29.
Ryan's got choice of goal for this game, and he has chosen start rescue multi-ball. Ryan's on the left, and Richard is on the right.
Ball first, yeah?
Oh, with the
Yeah, you gotta get the bird.
You have to hit those two targets first.
Oh yeah. Get
Put one on.
Then shoot the right orbit, so you know what I'm saying?
Rescue multi-ball is actually one of the more complicated goals that we have for Wizard of Oz. It's actually he's going through instructing Richard how to complete the game. Most people would just not tell him at all.
Right. Okay.
I told you.
But up underneath the haunted trees on the left-hand side of the playfield, you have two stand-up targets. It's rescue, and you need to hit both of those in order to light the magnet, which is at the top of the playfield above the in lanes. It will take the ball up into the fortress, I suppose you call it, for the winged monkeys, and then you need to knock down the gate 3 times, lock the ball inside, and you'll complete rescue multi-ball.
So when it turns green, you don't want to shoot that again.
Right.
Oh, even if okay, so if you're on the second one.
You get rescue multi-balls up to 5 balls if you want.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready to go? Yep, in 3, 2, 1, everyone.
Ah.
Ryan's just lit Capture Dorothy, so he's got to get it up the top. Onto the magnet, which will grab the ball and take it up into the castle. Dorothy's just been caught by the winged monkeys and flown away. Now Ryan needs to get the ball up into the castle, storm the castle by knocking down the winky guards. Spell rescue. There it is, he's got it up the top and missed a lot. In the meantime, Richard's actually just completed rescue multi-ball in very good time on his first ball.
Three times, but if you get two times while you're doing other stuff, then just once. What do you choose?
So that's one each.
And which machine? I'll do this one. I can orbit and stuff. I can't plunge into those.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had that trouble. It just gets. I got around sometimes with like a.
Ryan's complaining about the state of his machine in competition.
Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1.
Same objective, to go for rescue multi-ball. Ryan's on the left, Richard's on the right.
Don't grab the ball. Come on.
What's the objective?
The objective is rescue multi-ball again. Richard's got Dorothy captured already. Ryan has just got Dorothy captured as well, so really are running at the same pace at the moment. Ryan's so close to getting that multi-ball started. G'day, Paul.
Paul RJ.
Ryan's doing all the right things, getting the ball up into the castle, but really failing to get that ball.
He unfortunately did the loop around, which means he has to like rescue all over again.
Ryan's busy bashing down that door, and there it is. Oh! Ryan just got the multi-ball less than half a second before Richard. That was amazing. They both smashed down the door at the same time. You could just see that Ryan had the advantage in the video replay, but we're talking milliseconds difference. What an amazing game.
Wowzers. Milliseconds. And I saw you when you did the loop around. Oh my god, having to light it all again.
It was ready.
Must be that t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, you're not allowed to play your own machine.
Wow.
We're going to move on to the next game with Star Trek. Just going to get the machines set up and ready to go.
Hey, like we didn't blink. Well, you can tell.
It's a pity that other camera wasn't working, because that was some serious heads-up battle going on between Richard and Ryan. It was amazing. Yep, they're both working.
To do Star Trek Advanced.
You're right, yeah, but that's
Alright, you are playing on Star Trek against Michael.
So there's a new goal in the advanced version for Star Trek this round, and number 1 is Kobayashi Maru, and also the 4-minute drill.
And a super jackpot in Klingon.
And a super jackpot in Klingon multi-ball.
Look at that. Now they're linked.
How can it? How is that possible?
They are completely in sync.
More Twilight Zone stuff happening. There's a lot of commentary about both Star Trek machines being in sync until Ryan ruined it.
Okay. Sorry. So 4-minute drill is there. Kobayashi Maru instead.
So we have
of
Martin versus
Row,
Michael.
and Super Jackpot in Klingon multi-ball instead of Star Klingon multi-ball. So those are the ones.
Martin
that
gets
are
choice of goal.
Extra ball.
He's gone for extra ball after 4 whoop ramps. Probably one of the easier ones to start off with. Michael's playing on the left and Martin is playing on the right.
Okay, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, plunge.
Martin starts off with a massive palm plunge. I'm not sure what the advantage is with bashing the ball through there. Maybe it's to get it out of the pops faster, to get the ball down to that right-hand flipper. He's got his first warp. Martin's got his warp 4 and extra ball is lit in the vengeance shot. There it is. Martin for the win.
What's the okay. Pretty badly or?
not bad, not bad.
G'day, Scooter. We're into the round of 4. This is the second pairing in the round of 4. We've got Martin versus Michael. Martin just won the first game by collecting the extra ball first. The other game that we had in round 4 was Richard Rhodes versus Ryan, and Richard. Hang on a minute.
That really touched me, that bit. As much as I've got nothing to do with it.
Was she
Like the way he said it.
Pretty sure Ryan won that one. The scores on the score sheet are wrong. Hey Luke. Ryan won that round, yeah? Yeah. Oh, it's alright. It's just, I'm looking at all these things. It's got 2-0, but that's from that.
Yes.
So Ryan's through. Just need a pen.
Was that's 2-1, I think.
Oh, that there.
That would be his junior lad.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote that. It's wrong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ryan. Mine's a WD-40, so give me 1 minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, no, actually, you know, it's, yeah, so this is coming from...
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Unless this is calling back from what came from there.
Yeah.
So Chris won.
Richard's two is there, but Chris's two is
Yeah.
there. And
So
Richard, that is from there.
Yeah, it probably makes sense to put it on the line.
It's just inconsistent.
Yeah. I think they just ran out of room to put these ones on there.
So yeah, just to confirm, Ryan did win 2-0. 2-1 in the round round of 4, and now we've got Martin versus Michael as the last pair.
Star Trek. Yep.
Martin is up 1-0.
No, we were both. It's like playing at the same time because we're from let's do that one first.
So was there a malfunction in the middle of this 2-minute drill, or are we between rounds?
It's between rounds. Like Michael had said after one, oh, this flip was a bit sticky. Yeah. So. Scooter, the last match that Richard and Ryan were playing, they were both going for rescue multi-ball, and they collected it almost at the exact same time. Ryan collected the multi-ball less than, I would say, I don't know, 100 milliseconds before Richard. The video playback when the rescue multi-ball starts were pretty much only a couple of frames behind each other. Just got some technical work happening on Star Trek at the moment. Big guns. Eddie Stevens is out there, pulling machines apart.
Live streaming. What? If the finals are on this, then... Oh, okay. It wouldn't be like
Brian would.
Yeah.
Apparently WD-40 is really good for spraying inside pinball machines to fix them. It's the one shot fixes all, according to Ryan.
And duct tape.
And duct tape.
One of them is going to fix it, right?
Chewing gum. Silicon. You name it.
Change that to...
It's like it's just jamming the end of the sleeve.
Martin just wanted to change the frames. He's like front and center. Come on, give us a smile.
I do. Look forward to the fact that it's not. Yeah.
So many different.
They must have so many guns.
Imagine on New Year's Eve.
It's not jamming on it.
In Melbourne, you get drunk kids going around, and I can't imagine. So many illegal fireworks.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow.
Luke? Yes. What are we doing? Can't be fixed? It's not super bad, but it's like, you know. Have you not done that yet?
Doubt? No.
Was it me and Sligo?
So the left-hand Star Trek has a sticky flipper, and it's just being put through its paces at the moment. Our Australian IFPA tournament official, Luke Marberg's come over for a fiddle.
Yeah, well, it's pretty early on. But it seems to be doing it more now.
Yeah, it's been doing it intermittently.
It's cutting on the edge.
So let's switch to Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Unless you can, quickly.
Ruling is that the machine is considered unplayable,
Yeah.
and the guys will be switching over to Wizard of Oz.
Is it the same call stuff as Lord of the Rings?
It'll be the same as any time.
Yeah, I do have it. Do you want to pause the stream for 5 minutes? We can go on Wizard of Oz.
You should make the call, right?
Doesn't bother me.
It's the first we'll fix it. We started on that. Good.
It's going to be fixed. Ryan's gone inside to pillage some parts off another machine. Probably about 10 minutes worth of mucking around. Eddie's going to change a coil stop.
Oh, look, here we go. We've got Scooter here. And Mercury. Hello. Woof woof. It is always a pleasure to see you. So yeah, so we're going to be replacing the coil on Star Trek.
I saw your screens.
And So Ryan had, as tournament director, had to make a call on whether we would move the remainder of the games to Wizard of Oz or stay on Star Trek. And he'll need to replace a coil on Star Trek. So should only be a 5-minute turnaround, we hope. And I'm glad they made that decision because I want to stay on Star Trek.
I think you'd be right on any game.
That's a good solution, Scooter. Stick the flipper up on the right one.
That's true. One-handed pinball.
Yep.
It's still head-to-head.
So let's do some highlights, Stu. What have been some highlights of the game so far? I mean, obviously that millisecond win that Ryan had on Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the screens weren't working, but he literally got rescue multi-ball within a second of Richard getting it.
Less than a second.
Yeah. Within a second is less than a second.
Within a second is between 0 and 1 second, so I suppose you're correct. So yeah, unfortunately that's not going to come through on the stream because the right hand display wasn't working for Ryan's Wizard of Oz, so he didn't get to see it.
What?
Oh, that's a shame. That
You
it
won't
wasn't.
be able to see it on video.
We just about needed a video replay. For
I know,
Yeah.
just
But it's good
history.
to,
Yeah.
The
Oh, well,
fact
no,
that
if it had been any closer, we probably would have needed to go to a replay.
Yeah.
But because you saw all the animation
Yeah.
happening after,
They're not necessarily. It's about when the ball goes into the hole. Really, that's when.
which is
Yeah, but
that's
the
when
animation
objective's
red-
complete.
which is- yeah, but it-
they might not necessarily start the animation at exactly the
Yeah,
same time if there's something else going on.
yeah, no, but I was watching both.
Yeah.
His went in just before his.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. You, me, and Stacey all saw it.
Yeah.
But there was
That was so close.
proverbial bee's dick.
Yeah. Such a shame that screen wasn't working. And I was mid ball. I was going to do it, but I thought, oh god. Anyway.
so other highlights. Well, I can start with lowlights. I didn't make it through the first round.
Andy G. I'm glad you appreciate good hair. And Vavoof, yes, I'm very pleased that I'm going to be able to meet you at Indisc. I am very excited that I'm going to Indisc. And I'm even more pleased about the fact that work is paid for it. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it was just lucky I had a...
So hang on, is work paying for your entry fee to Indisc?
No, but they're paying for my accommodation at Palm Springs.
Very nice. You can't argue with that.
No. So, unfortunately, business airfare to the States was $13,000.
Unfortunately, so you didn't get it.
So I didn't get it. So I got premium economy, but they said they pay for my accommodation in LA. That's not bad.
It's great.
They probably pay for my entry into Indisc as well.
You'd have to wear a t-shirt.
I would have to have big corporate sponsorship. Oh yeah, for sure. No. You would totally do the same thing.
Of course I would.
Yes. And you would also not think of it as being selling out, as in you deserve it.
So I'll just quickly run through the brackets as they stand at the moment, right from the start. So we had Richard Rhodes versus Scott Callett. Richard won that one. We had Chris Kraft versus Stuart McLean, and Chris Kraft won that one. Had Stuart Thornton, myself, versus Ryan C, and Ryan won that one.
Oh, that's not good.
I know.
How do you feel about that, Stu?
I feel that I was always going to be up against it. Playing Ryan on his home turf, Wizard of Oz. That's a game that he's had since the dawn of time, I suppose. I'm hopeless at Wizard of Oz. We had Eddie Stevens versus Stacey Borg. Eddie won that one. We had Luke Marburg versus Tim Friedman, and Luke Marburg won that. Anthony Whitby versus Michael C. Still don't know Michael's last name. Can just be C. Michael won that one. Had Martin
Michael
Robbins.
Kirst, we call him.
Okay, Kirst. Martin Robbins versus Andrew Heitman, and Martin won that one. And then Rob Radar.
Chanel,
I'm
we've
pretty
got a-
sure
we've got a
Radar's
question
not his
from
real
the
name.
chat saying, hi Chanel, has everyone been good tonight?
They've been very well behaved.
Yes. She's very pleased and said that she can't wait to do this again. It's not really, I'm sort of reading in between the lines, but the vibe I'm getting.
And the last game in the first round of 16 was Rob Radar. I'm pretty sure Radar is not his last name.
Rob McIntosh.
Rob McIntosh. Radar. Versus Walt Dickey, and Rob won that one. Now moving into the round of 8, we have Richard Rhodes versus Chris Kraft. Richard won that one. Ryan C versus Eddie Stevens. Ryan won that one. Luke Marburg versus Michael Kirst. Michael won that one. Martin Robbins versus Rob McIntosh, and Martin won that one. Into the round of 4, we had Richard Rhodes versus Ryan. Ryan won that, and we're still waiting for the outcome of Michael versus Martin. Martin's currently up 1-0. Yes, we've come to that conclusion.
All right, guys, fix.
All right, Star Trek's back in business, and we're good to go. I believe Michael has to pick the goal for this round. We'll see what that is.
Can you see that on the screen?
There's the coil stop, the offending coil stop. Ryan's holding it up.
Yeah, so broke the binding or whatever.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Just looks like a shiny bit of metal.
What you're choosing? You choose the machine and the mission out of these ones here.
Oh, okay.
The actual coil stop rivet had come out. So the coil stop was loose, which was causing the machine to bind up on the right flipper.
Well, hopefully, maybe not 10 minutes.
Michael's chosen start Kobayashi Maru. It's going to be huge.
Within 10 minutes.
Within 10 minutes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, plunge.
Scooter, we would move the back camera across, except there's a massive light in the middle of it, so you wouldn't be able to see anyway, unfortunately. But I'll have a try. So for anyone that's wondering, you start Kobayashi Maru by I have no idea.
I know, but I know when I'm the...
If anyone in chat wants to tell me how to start Kobayashi Maru, please let me know. Thanks. I'm pretty sure it's got to do with starting all the missions or something like that, and defeating Vengeance and blah blah. Thanks, Vuvuf. Yeah, I was always sure it had something to do with the modes. I haven't played Star Trek enough to know. It's 2 for 22. Looks like they're actually running pretty even at the moment. Both players are working on their third mode.
Spice it up, mate.
The problem with running a head-to-head competition, you don't know which screen to look at. So as much as I'd love to, be a bit spicy for Ryan.
Well, Martin's in the lead. He's finished his third mode. Got captain's chair going. Now he's onto his fourth mode.
Yeah, they're both onto their fourth mode.
As well. Wow. Neck and neck. It's going to come down to who has the ball the least in the pots, because that'll pause the timer, and who doesn't start things like Vengeance mode that stops you from starting a mode, and what else can slow you down?
Draining.
Sometimes if you start away team and drain, that ends the mode. But you've only got 5 balls to work with, so you might leave that to the last couple of balls.
What is the time?
20 time. 5.5 minutes left.
5.5 minutes to go, Scooter.
What's Marty doing?
Martin's just ahead by half a mode.
You should drain. He's got the modes ready.
Oh, no.
There we go. Marty's starting Vengeance, so he's got 15 seconds. Ball save no matter what. He can't start another mode until that's finished. He doesn't want to hit up the middle because that'll start a multi-ball timer as well. He's going to try and time it out. I believe that also stops the clock on the mode, so he should be hitting the orbits. Multi-ball, going to let it drain. He's got 34 seconds left on his mode. He's accidentally extended it. So Michael Kirst is probably in the box seat here. But Michael has 23 seconds on his mode left as well. I think he's also extended the time.
There he is. Martin's on his last mode.
He's also on his last ball though, so if he drains that on this ball, he has to start again, and he won't do it in time. So he'll be very nervous. Michael has 1 second left. He's on his final shot, so he can shoot now for his last mode. Martin's just got to add more time, so he's going to have to finish out this mode, because Michael will probably catch him. How much time's left?
There's 2.5 minutes left. Martin's on his last ball, and he's working through his last mode.
Michael has 22 seconds left, so Marty's actually in front, but he can't hold it for too long because he'll stop the timer. Marty can't lose the ball. Michael's finished, so it's up to Marty. Marty has to make the shot. If Marty drains, he's going to lose.
And then it'll go to a 4-minute drill.
Kobayashi Maru is ready. He's got it.
There it is. Martin just makes the Kobayashi Maru at the last second. There's only
Well done, mate. You were so close.
playoff now against Richard Rhodes. Oh, okay. Hang around.
So Martin takes out that round 2-0 against Michael Kirst.
I'll go get it.
Michael and Richard Rhodes will be playing off for third position.
Playing for third, does that mean you're going against Ryan?
Correct.
For everybody that always wanted this to happen, Martin and Ryan, heads up, head to head.
He actually rolled under our bus at the place.
Yeah.
He rolled under. He was looking for something. I don't know if he was.
You wouldn't believe it.
Or is he just a really good actor?
Insider trading.
Inside trading indeed.
Why?
I'm out.
No. I was going to find
Alright.
I didn't think I was still in.
Heads,
Is, see if
Star
Michael
Trek,
McMinn's still here.
Tails, Wizard of Oz.
Oh, no, it's
Michael
Yeah.
McMinn.
not heads. It's not heads. See, the
Heads,
coin's
Star
got,
Trek,
the coin's got 2 tails on it. See?
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna need your tutorial, Lich.
Okay.
So coin's been tossed
The-
between
what's available?
Star Trek and Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Game's
Three
been
yellow
chosen, it's Wizard of
See that
Oz.
yellow shot there?
Yeah, at the ramp.
Yeah. When you hit it,
Yeah.
advance up yellow big road.
Quick
once.
tutorial
It'll then,
from
once
Ryan
you
to
hit
Michael
that,
on how to
it'll
play
then
Wizard
go
of Oz.
to either of the orbits. That's obviously hard, so people usually shoot for that. When you shoot that, it'll go to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You guys will just have to hold on to your horses because
Yellow Lich shot.
the head-to-head is going to come after our playoff for third and fourth.
Getting multiple helps, obviously. You get the round. You got 5 balls to do it in. Once you advance up yellow big road 10
I've seen
times,
that.
if you get in there, it'll give you an extra ball just in case.
It was pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I will get my timer out. Give me a sec, sorry.
What's the objective?
Advance up yellow big road 20 times.
Does this go?
Who chose it?
What you do is play.
Richard.
So,
Richard's chosen the objective for this game. It's advance up the yellow brick road 20 times. Keep an eye on the...
We good?
3, 2.
Whoa, no cameras. Martin! Hang on, Scooter, I need to go and find Marto. Yeah, no cameras. It is best of 3, Brian. It's best of 3, right? Still? Cameras are incoming.
But don't pull that off. Don't tell him, right? Why didn't I get that? The battery was set. It wasn't working.
Until what? Unfortunately, we've still got a stuck camera on the display on the left-hand machine, so we'll just have to work our way through that.
is on 13 yellow throws.
And Richard Rose is on 18. Thank you for the bits,
And
Wolf.
Richard is on 18.
Scooter, it is the ramp and then the right orbit, so it alternates between the two. It's 20. It's 20. So Rich has done it.
14.
I want to say you. Oh, you get to choose
Okay.
the next objective
And the machine.
and the mission.
Oh, okay.
So,
I have a feeling that I'm going to choose.
4 minute
I
drill.
think I think that's a fair choice. Sorry, mate.
What are you
I
choosing?
didn't realise you were there.
No, it's good.
What are you going with?
Yeah.
4 minute drill.
Yeah, we'll go Star Trek.
Oh, no.
Oh, you said end the game.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
end the
end the
game.
game.
Yeah, I'm with you. So you can tell I'm good at
So
this.
here. So
I'm all over it.
4 minute drill, probably possibly the most random. Munchkin mode, rescue multi-ball.
Well, I don't know what anything is, so I guess 4 minute drill.
4 minute drill.
Yeah, I knew.
Ryan, that right camera, can you just move that just to the right a bit?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, no, further right.
Yes.
Left. There we go.
Nice.
Not sure how long that left camera is going to last, but we'll see how we go. It's a 4 minute drill. I will probably have to yell out. I'll hopefully yell out the scores.
Alright.
4 minute drill score.
4 minute drill. So as soon as I say stop, hands off the flippers, and it's the end of ball bonus, and it counts 3, 2, 1, plunge.
Yeah, so Richard getting that skill shot at the start really helps. So Richard's just hit 30,000, Michael's still only on 3,000. Yeah, but that left screen's probably going to freeze at some stage, so just in case.
Three minutes to go.
3 minutes to go, guys. 1 minute down. 4 minute drill, this is. Yeah, it's 15 to 8. So it's 26-8. So locking the ball gives you a good bit of points. So Richard's just up multi-ball, so that'll give him some big points. Get it up that ramp, and then right the rollovers into the right scoop, and you're away. Mind you, Michael's just come back nicely. Multi-ball's where it's at. Up that ramp, and then into the right scoop, the throne room, is worth big points. That's what I'd be doing. Yeah, Richard's now away because Michael couldn't keep his multi-ball alive. There's really good points in that. If you can do Munchkin as well, Munchkin's really good because that'll give you Munchkin bonus. you go, Munchkin mode. It's pretty much a switch frenzy mode.
50 seconds left, guys.
50 seconds to go, guys. Michael's on his last ball. Looks like the camera's holding, which is good.
Time's up. Time's up.
And that's it. And I would say Richard has won that. 118,000 to 58,000.
Thank you.
So there you go. So that was Michael's first comp that he's ever been in and came fourth. So that's pretty good. And Richard comes third.
Third.
There you go. Richard gets his trophy. Richard.
Then you turn this on again.
And turn it on. And then hold it up to that camera up there. There he is. There's his camera, his trophy and his $30. Well done. Thank you, Richard.
Alright, Marty.
So now we've got to work out. This is Ryan and Marty
So rigged.
head to head. Like honestly, could you have even scripted this?
Heads.
It's been scripted for days.
Heads. Star Trek.
Yep.
Tails. Wizard of Oz.
Alright.
Heads Star Trek, tails Wizard of Oz. There's the coin toss.
Heads.
Heads.
Star Trek. Damn it.
Star Trek. Okay.
I haven't played one game on Star Trek today.
So let me do
Marty
this.
gets to choose first. So these are all gone. These are hard. What are you choosing, Manny?
We ready to go?
Ready to rock and roll. That big light's perfectly positioned to block out the left machine.
You can do it, right? Enough.
Yeah, that'll do. That's alright.
Marty, what are you choosing? Let's go. What are you choosing?
Completely above board.
Give it time to think.
Martin's perusing the objectives. Doesn't know what he wants to choose.
Gold medal?
Gold medal.
Honestly, in the lead up to the comp,
Which machine?
Martin's chosen get a gold medal, and he's chosen home ground advantage on his own machine.
Doing the timer.
Just getting a timer.
10 minutes, right?
Alright, everybody. We ready to rock? 3, 2, 1, and plunge.
Plunge away. First one to get a gold medal wins. G'day, Ferro.
Come on. Oh, Brick.
Perfectly timed to come in at the gold medal match. We've got Ryan versus Martin. The two head-to-head clowns playing head-to-head.
Head-to-head podcast, head-to-head, heads up. We've got a away team on the right.
In the commentary booth, we've got Stuart and Stacey.
Hello. Martin's looking at those upper lanes. He'll be looking at a silver medal now. Ryan has just got into the away team mode. I think Martin might get him. Gold medal.
There it is, gold medal.
There it is,
Martin,
right there. Good
straight
work,
off
Martin.
the bat.
In about a minute. 2 minutes. 1 minute. Less than a minute.
It's pinball, done quick.
You a away team or you just got it in?
Yeah, away team's better.
Oh, you're still on ball one. I choose.
Hang on a sec, I want to sip it.
I choose.
Turn it off if you want.
How's that, Stace?
I'm not too heavy actually.
Yeah, it's alright. Were you getting glare before or something?
Oh, it was glaring off the bottom of it. See that?
Is that? Oh,
See that? That's the
yeah,
light.
Can I choose my machine?
Super,
Not on the playfield.
super jackpot in Klingon multi-ball.
Stacey rules, yes he does.
You guys have to watch the D&D because
Thanks.
sometimes it can almost be skipped, yeah?
How's that, Boxy? I've just moved it back a bit.
It is still over a flipper, isn't it? Can we move it back slightly more?
Now, just push the whole
Just push the whole
stand
stand backwards.
backward. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Perfect. There, Boxy. All good.
Keep on watching the D&D as well, because sometimes Super Jackpot can kind of appear and then
Okay.
disappear.
What are we chasing? Alright, we're looking for a super jackpot in Klingon multi-ball.
Phone unlocking going on here.
Alright.
Alright.
This is Ryan's pick.
So we have 3, 2, 1, and plunge.
Plunge away.
Klingon multi-ball.
So I'm pretty sure for Klingon multi-ball, you've got to hit the green lights on the left-hand
do.
side of the playfield.
Get that lock going and then pop it up into the left scoop or the
Vertical up kicker.
or the Klingon ship, I believe, for the first 2 balls. Something like that. Both players have overcome adversity to get to this point. I'm sure Stuart has already told you about that. But had Ryan with the half-second victory over Richard earlier, and Martin had to replay a game on Wizard of Oz.
There you go. Ryan's got his first lock lift. And
He's
has
got
started Klingon
started
multi-ball.
No, it's not Klingon, it's Vengeance, isn't it? I think it's Vengeance. Is that Klingon? No, maybe it's Klingon. I don't know.
No, it's Klingon. All the
Okay,
birds.
yep,
birds are
yep,
birds.
yep. Nice. Let's keep an eye out for that super jackpot.
So we're watching the left display. We want to see a super jackpot. Jackpot. Oh, Ryan just picks up an attaboy. Luckily,
One jackpot left.
yeah. Sorry, Paul. We can't be mucking around with the playfield cameras at the moment, unfortunately.
Got it.
Super jackpot, Ryan.
Oh, what's happened?
Oh, there's a dispute.
And I lost my ball.
Seems the machines might not be set up identically.
Oh dear. Well.
Turns out that Martin's machine hasn't got outlane rubbers, and Ryan's been playing with outlane rubbers on. Controversy.
You chose the machine.
He's the one that needs to put the rubbers back on.
Controversy.
What is this?
I got eliminated on that
It-
machine. I say we run the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Definitely been scripted from the start to try and get as much controversy as possible. This is heaps of good podcast material.
Martin did call me that earlier,
Alright. You can choose mine. You can't choose the same thing.
More controversy than a WWE bout in this tournament.
No way!
This is the
We didn't play the first
WrestleMania
one
of
again. This is when you won.
pinball.
The crowd's calling for an official ruling.
Well, Ryan's the TD. So it's up to him.
Suck it up. Kaboshi Maroon.
Ah.
There we go.
Come on.
Yes, we all would like a tournament restart. Let's go.
So Martin's called for a 4-minute drill after 10 minutes of play. No, I'm sure that they can both.
Martin has chosen Kobayashi Maru.
One of the most difficult.
Trying to get this in 10 minutes is a feat in
All right,
itself.
everybody ready? Yep. I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1, plunge.
The guys have got 10 minutes to finish all modes and then knock up the center shot. It's a big job.
We've got 5 balls to do it, so it's more than usual. It's just the time is the killer, isn't it?
I reckon the one from Head to Head podcast is going to win.
Good call from Aaron there. Somebody from Head to Head podcast will win this tournament.
We've got a big crowd watching. Can't see them on camera, but the garage is full of people.
Chock-a-block. There are people just coming from off the street to check this tournament out.
Old lady next door wanted to know what all the noise was about.
The police haven't arrived yet, so we're okay. We can't actually pan the camera to get flippers in because both machines are running off the same camera, so it's actually a job of framing the picture that Martin's done. So we'd have to push one machine up probably to sort that out. You can see what's going on. What have we got? So they've both finished Prime Directive, moved on to Space Jump. What have we got, about 1.5 minutes down, I'm guessing? I should probably grab that phone.
Need to be finishing one mode every 90 seconds or thereabouts.
Give you a minute on the starter shot. No, Martin's finished 2 modes. Should he drain to start his next mode? Or should he just hit that shot? What would you do, Stu?
I'd probably drain
because I'm terrible at hitting these shots.
Yep.
And Martin's actually quite good at it, so I don't expect him to drain.
Still on ball 1, he's got 5 balls up his sleeve, so a strategic drain at this point might not be a bad idea. There's a lot of time being chewed up.
We both know Martin, he's not gonna do it. Oh, here we go.
There's a strategic accidental drain.
Accidental strategic drain. We've got 7 minutes on the clock. Come on. That's right, everybody. 7 minutes to go. So Martin's on track.
Well, they're both on track.
Both on track. Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of apron flipping there from Ryan.
Now, if you guys watch the back of room camera, you'll see
that
Ryan's
on ball 5.
There's a lot of squashing going by Ryan, and I'm sure that there'll be some evidence shown of this in the next post for head-to-head pinball.
Is the strategy of when you finish your game and you know you're not going to be able to make the objective to just look over the other player's shoulder for the rest of the time period? Is that okay? It's probably okay if you're the tournament director.
I'm not sure if sledging is actually a legal manoeuvre either.
Not sure.
But it'd be a lot more fun if there was a bit more sledging.
It's true, Paul, and I love both these guys because they're Victorians.
So Ryan's on ball 5, Martin's on ball 3. Martin's onto his 4th mode, Ryan's on his 3rd mode, so it's kind of running behind track at the moment.
We're at 5.5 minutes to go, so not too bad for Martin.
That's it.
No,
Ryan's
game is over.
He's done. He will need to start again.
Or sledge. His choice. Oh, he's gone for starting again. He's got 5 minutes and 20 seconds to get Kobayashi Maru. That'll be quite an impressive feat.
Come on, you make it go to a 4-minute drill. How much time is it?
5 minutes now.
There's a high probability this is going to go down to a 4-minute race. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm pretty sure Martin would take the Kobayashi Maru victory. It's pretty impressive. Make that away team. Quite forced back into the plunger lane. Oh, almost fell in there.
He's got himself in jail.
He's going for a way to. There we go. Out of the lane return. Oh, that was just to finish the mode. He's got 2 modes to go. And 3 minutes 50. That is completely doable. Do you think he'll bring in a multi-ball to one of the modes?
Not if I can help it.
Oh, I know. Didn't have a shot, so didn't get the away team. It was a strange choice.
Time.
I had that lit. Would have been.
3 minutes to go. Ryan will just be using this time as practice.
Is that what you would have done, Stu? Just taken 4 minutes and trying to see what score you could get?
Why not?
There are 2 minutes 15 seconds.
Martin's got 4 seconds left to destroy the drill.
What happens when it times out?
Final shot. End the mode.
Okay, here we go.
There it is.
There it is. Final mode is ready. There's 1 minute 55 left. Can he do it? I'll be
Martin
impressed.
could be the king of Kobayashi Maru. Going for the away team.
It's got 1 minute 38. What is up to here?
Trying to time it out. Yeah, he's just flipping around to keep the clock going.
How long? What's the clock saying?
Can't see the moment.
5 seconds. 4, 3,
3 seconds
2,
to go.
1. Is he going to pay that? Yes,
Up
it
the
did. It's
guts.
paid it. Here we go, people.
Boom!
Boom shakalaka. What a victory.
There it is.
There it
A
is.
hug at the end of the
everyone.
game. Martin wins
50
2-1.
seconds left on the clock.
Seconds. 50 seconds.
We have all sorts of stuff. That was just off camera,
Just
everybody.
off camera, so
This way.
Here we go. Hey, here we go. Victory is sweet tonight.
That's the girl.
This was a side bet, obviously, that we weren't made aware of, and Martin has come away with the goods. Very
Marty,
good.
well deserved.
Congratulations,
80
Martin.
bucks. Land the coolest trophy in
Come back on camera, this way. Move on back on camera, everybody.
Over this way. Come on.
Ryan C, no slouch. Second place. $40 in coins. And a beautiful trophy. Light it up, Ryan. For the people at home.
Turn on the lights up.
Oh, here we go. Check it out, everyone. They've got light up trophies in front of light up pinballs.
Can't see it.
Can't really see it, but that's okay.
Turn the pinballs
Turn the pinball. Turn everything off. Turn the screen off. Oh, here we go. Martin's showing it off. Well done. An amazing finish.
There we go. Cool.
Head-to-head podcast of the real winners tonight.
And you, the viewers.
Yeah, I knew the viewers, of course.
Got to watch us be awesome.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Drained out my 5th ball. 4 minutes in.
So that was the first heads-up tournament that's been run in Australia. It was a great job by Ryan and Martin to put that together. Great job for everyone for coming along. Thank you everyone for watching the stream.
Thank you to Stu, especially, and Stacey as well for doing some commentary. That was great.
We will probably see you next time. We are out. See you, everybody.
Just hearing the
Yeah, no. after you I was like, shit, I better shut up.
No,
I hate
it was
people
hilarious.
talking in the background.
They're going, ooh. I heard them going, oh, he's going for the way, just no, he's not.
I think he said, no, I most absolutely am not. I was like, oh shit, he's annoyed.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I said, you're going to bring the multi-ball in.
Thank you.
Speak to your loyal fans.
Thank you, Boxy. Thank you, everybody. Nick, thank you very much for having my back. Appreciate it. Night, Paul RJ. Good night, everybody. Keely. Oh, yeah, there it is. All the way. Ah, that was good fun. Alright, so we'll see how we go for tomorrow night. But it is New Year's Eve, so I don't know whether I'm going to stream on New Year's Eve, but that will be the stream. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That was good fun. See you soon.